My name is Hitesh Narashet. I am from Manavara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is arithmetic progression. That part is already completed. So let us move on to the next chapter, that is coordinate geometry. So we already learnt about coordinate geometry in the 9th standard. That is, so in that we have learnt some of the Cartesian plane and how to locate a point in a Cartesian plane, and some of the problems based on Cartesian plane and coordinate geometry. So let us move on to the upgraded part. So in this chapter, so firstly we have to know about Cartesian plane and coordinate geometry. So in that coordinate geometry we want a horizontal line and a vertical line. The horizontal line we are calling it as a x-axis and vertical line we are calling it as a y-axis. So let us have a look at it. So here we have a vertical line like this, and horizontal line like this. Yes. So this is the Cartesian plane. Here it is a positive x-axis and here it is a negative x-axis. Here it is a positive y-axis and here it is a negative y-axis. In positive x-axis we are taking the positive integers and here we are taking negative integers. Then above the horizontal line, so we have y-axis, positive y-axis. In this also we have taken the positive numbers, positive integers. Here in this bottom part of this horizontal line we are taking the negative y-axis, that is negative numbers or negative integers. So the intersecting point we are calling it as origin. So in that the coordinates of that origin is 0, 0. So this is about Cartesian plane and coordinate geometry, and here we have some of the terminology, that is firstly it's abscissa and ordinate. So we already know about abscissa, x coordinate of a point we are calling it as abscissa. Also we are calling it as the distance from y-axis. The point at a distance from y-axis we are calling it as x coordinate or abscissa, and the point at a distance from x-axis, so we are calling it as ordinate, it's a y coordinate of a point. So those two things it is very very important to us. So firstly we have to take those things. Firstly the point at a distance from y-axis is known as abscissa, and the point at a distance from x-axis is known as ordinate. So abscissa is the x coordinate of a point. Here it is the x coordinate of a point. Here it is an x coordinate. So ordinate is nothing but it's a y coordinate. So that means here when we are writing the coordinate system or coordinate plane or coordinate points, so then we have to write x-axis first and y-axis next. So that is we have to write in a form of, that is abscissa, ordinate. So here in this chapter these two things are very 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 useful, because so here we are keep on taking distance. So firstly we have to take any one of these coordinate systems. That is, I will take the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. We already know that. So here in this case we have to take a first quadrant or second quadrant or third quadrant or fourth quadrant. So we can take any one of the quadrant. So here firstly I will take the first quadrant here. In that I will point. So I will locate a point here. So here I will take this as a coordinate system. It is x1, y1 or x, y. So this is a point in the first quadrant. I will take this as x comma y. So here it is x is nothing but abscissa and y is nothing but ordinate. Then, so when we are taking another number, or I will take here x1 y1 and here I will take another x1 comma x2 comma y2. When we take x2 comma y2, that means here both the numbers, both the coordinates having some distance here. Yes. So this distance. So here in this chapter we have to calculate this distance. So how to calculate this distance? So it is very difficult. There is no any formula based on this distance. We have to find out this distance. So here we know about when we take the distance between the axis of this point. So we can easily calculate. It's a x1 distance from the y1. Here it is y1 distance from the x1. Here it's in the case here this point is in the distance of x2 from y-axis and y2 from the x-axis. We can easily calculate. But when we calculate those two distances, the distance between those 2 points, it is very difficult. There is no any formula based on that. So here in this chapter we have to find out, we have to derive how to calculate the distance between those 2 points. So that is nothing but that formula we are calling it as a distance formula. So let us take distance formula and how to calculate distance formula. So we have to find a formula for finding the distance between any 2 points in the coordinate system. So let us take distance formula. Distance formula. Yes, the name only indicates distance formula. We have to find the distance between any 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So let us take one Cartesian plane and 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So here I will consider only one quadrant, whether it is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So here I will take first quadrant. So here it is the vertical line and I will take horizontal line. Yes. So then we have to assign the axis. There is an x-axis and here it is a y-axis. Then we have to consider any 2 points here in the coordinate system. So let us take 2 points, that is x1 y1 and x2 y2. So here I will take x1 y1. So it is here p of x1 comma y1. P of x1 comma y1 it is. So I write here. So it is point P x1 comma y1 it is. Then I will take another point here. So this is q of x2 comma y2. So here we have to find out the distance between P and Q. So for that we have to join those 2 points here. So I will join PQ here. Yes. So here it is the line joining those 2 points here. It is PQ. Yes. So just observe this line, whether it is any possible to find the distance PQ. No, because there is no any formula for finding that one. Also we didn't have any such coordinates here. So if you have a coordinates 2, 3, 4, 5, so like that also, in that case also it is very difficult to find out the distance between P and Q. But there is no any formula here. So for that we have to make some constructions. So just observe, it looks like a side of the triangle. So we can take side of the triangle, also we can take side of the quadrilateral. So all the shapes we can take here. But here we have to find out this line or this side means, so triangle is the very better way to find out the distance between P and Q. So in triangles also, right angle triangles is suitable for this one because we have Pythagoras theorem for that. Because so from that we can easily find out the hypotenuse of this triangle. So for that we have to construct a triangle. So it's a right angle triangle. So I will make this as a right angle triangle here. Yes. This is a right angle triangle. So I will take this point as R. Yes. So this point as R. Here we constructed a PQR. PQR right angle triangle. In that PQ is the distance between those 2 points in the coordinate plane. So we have to find out the value of PQ. But just observe here, there is no any case of we don't have the distance QR, we don't have distance PQ, here PR also. So we don't have, all the values are unknown, but we don't have. But here just observe, here x1 is there, here y1 is there, x1 is there and y1 is there. That means here in this case, when we have the values y2, so here we have y2. That means in the axis, the horizontal line and the vertical line, we have some of the values. So that's why we have to take those lines extend up to axis. So here I will QR extend up to here. Yes. So I will take yes. And here also we have to extend. Yes. I will take T here. Then here we have in the x-axis. Also here we have to draw a line perpendicular to y-axis. In each cases we have to take. Here also and here also. So this is the point x1, y1. So I will take this distance as x1. This distance is x1 and this distance is y1. That means here this distance is x1 and this distance is y1. Yes. Then here up to s, from this to this up to s we have x2. That means here is the point. So from the origin it is having a distance of x2 here. So that's why I will take this as x2. And here this distance as y2, because so here it's a distance from the origin. From these values or from these known things, we have to calculate the distance formula. Firstly, what we have to do is we have to write the given things. So what are the given things? So initially we considered 2 points P and Q on the Cartesian plane. So that one we have to write first. So consider P of x1, y1 and Q of x2, y2 in the Cartesian plane and join PQ. So then we join PQ. So then we constructed a triangle that is PQR it is. So then we have to construct a right angled triangle, right angled triangle where PQ is one of the side of the right angle. That is where PQ is the hypotenuse or one of the side of the triangle. One of the side of the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Yes. So then we constructed some of the line, that is here QS or QR is perpendicular to x-axis and PT perpendicular to x-axis. Then draw PT perpendicular to x-axis and R is perpendicular to x-axis. R is perpendicular to x-axis. Then also here also I will take it's a U and here it is a V. That is PV perpendicular to y-axis and QU perpendicular to y-axis. So this is the construction and we have to consider this one. So before we going to find out the distance formula. Yes. So then we have to take all the values. So what are the values we have? So firstly we have PR. We have PR and QR. So when we have PR and QR, so then we can easily take Pythagoras theorem. From the Pythagoras theorem we can easily find out the value of PQ. So that is this side PQ square is equal to QR square plus PR square. From that formula we can easily find out the value of the distance PQ here. So let us take that one. Yes, so here I will part this blackboard here. Yes, firstly we have to know about PR. Here we want the distance between PR, so P and R. So PR can be written as a TS. PR and TS are the same because in rectangle the opposite sides are equal. Yes, so that means here whether it is rectangle or whether it is square, whatever it may be, the opposite sides are one and the same. So that's why here PR is equal to TS. So let us take that one here. Consider PR is equal to TS. Yes. So here I will write just TS. Just observe this one. So when the value O, so that means it's the origin. So TS can be written as a OS minus OT. OS minus OT. Yes. OS minus OT here. So that means here PR is equal to OS. What is the value of OS here? OS is equal to X2 and OT is equal to X1. So we have the value of PR. Then, so also we want the value of QR. So it's another side of the right angle triangle. We want QR here. So consider QR is equal to, we can write it as UV. QR is equal to UV. That means in opposite sides of a rectangle is equal. So that's why I will write it as UV. UV is equal. So UV can be written as OU minus OV. So when we subtract this small part with this huge part, we get this part. So that's why UV can be written as OU minus OV. That is OU minus OV is equal to. So what is the value of OU here? Y2 minus OV is equal to Y1. So QR is equal to Y2 minus Y1. I will consider this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. So then we have the value of PR and QR. So from the PR and QR we have the values and then we have to substitute these values in the Pythagoras theorem. So from Pythagoras theorem, that is here from triangle PQ R. In triangle PQR, yes, PQ square. So here it is hypotenuse, here it is adjacent opposite side, it's a adjacent side. When we are considering this is the hypotenuse. PQ square is equal to, so when we are considering this is 90 degree, so the opposite part, this opposite of this right angle, so it's a hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of those two squares here, that is PQ square is equal to PQR square, QR square plus PR square, or you can take PR square plus PR square plus QR square. Yes. Then substitute the value of PR and QR here. So here, what is the value of PR here? X2 minus X1 whole square. X2 minus X1 whole square plus here, what is the value of QR? Y2 minus Y1. Y2 minus Y1 whole square. So that is PQ square is equal. So then what is the value of PQ here? PQ is equal to square root of X2 minus X1 whole square plus Y2 minus Y1 whole square. So this is the formula we can use. So here PQ, when we transpose this square to the RHS side, so it will become converted into the square root. So PQ is equal to square root of X2 minus X1 whole square minus plus Y2 minus Y1 whole square. This is the formula required to calculate the distance between any 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So when we have the coordinates, so here x1 y1 is there and here x2 y2 is there, with the coordinates, when we are substituting those coordinates into this formula, then we can easily calculate the distance between those 2 points here. So this is about the distance formula. So let us take some of the examples. Yes. So let us take the first problem. The first problem tells us that find the distance between points P of 2, 3 and Q of 3, 5. So here we have a Cartesian plane also. So in this case, we have to check both whether it is right. So we already found out the formula for finding distance between any 2 points in the Cartesian plane. Whether it is right or wrong, we have to compare here. So there are 2 methods here. You have to follow only one method. In examination, you have to follow the distance formula. You have to follow with the distance formula. But here we have to check whether it is right or wrong. So firstly, I will take the Pythagoras theorem to find out the distance between those 2 points. So firstly, I will take some constructions here. So previously we did the same. So here we have to find out the distances. That is, here I will take PR. So here ST. Yes. So like that. So here P2, 3 means here this distance is 2 and total this distance is 3. That means here 2 is covered means this distance is 1 meter or 1 meter. Here we can easily take it as 1 here. So here it is up to, here we have 2. So up to this means 3 means. So what is the distance between these two? PS, it is 1. When PS is 1, so PR is also 1 here. Yes. Then let us come here. So here the total distance is 5. The vertical and total distance is up to 5. Up to here we have 3. So this distance is 3. So then when PT is 3 centimeter or 3 means, so RS also 3. Here up to this part 3 centimeter 3 is covered. That means remaining part is up to 5 means 2. Here we have 2. So that means here we have PR and QR. From the Pythagoras theorem we can easily find out the value of PQ here. So firstly I will take the Pythagoras theorem. From Pythagoras theorem. From Pythagoras theorem, in triangle PQR, so we have PQ square. PQ square is equal to PQR square, QR square plus PR square. Yes. So QR is equal to 2. So that means substitute QR is equal to 2 square and PR is equal to 1. Substitute PR is 1 square. That is 2 square is 4. 2 square is equal to 4 plus 1. 1 square is 1. So PQ square is equal to 4 plus 1. That is PQ square is equal to 5. Then PQ is equal to square root of 5. When we take the square root, when we transpose this square to square root, so we have plus or minus, but it's a distance. There is no any case of negative sign. So that's why I am taking only one. It is plus root 5. Yes. So we have the value of PQ is root 5. So then we have to check whether the distance formula is right or wrong. So this is our only the confirmation. For the confirmation only we have to take this. So here when you are attending the examination, there is no need of taking this method. You have to take only distance formula. So then consider distance formula. Consider distance formula. Consider distance formula. Then what is the distance we want here? PQ. So that means here PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is equal to, so square root of 10. What is the value of x2 here when we are taking x1 y1? Here I will take this as x1 comma y1. Here I will take x2 comma y2. Then x1 is equal to 2, y1 is equal to 3. x2 is equal to 3 and y2 is equal to 5. So be careful about inserting all the values of x1, y1, x2, y2. So here x2 is there, x2 is equal to 3 minus x1. x1 is equal to 2 whole square plus y2. Value of y2 is 5 minus y1 is equal to 3 whole square is equal to square root of 3 minus 2 is 1 square plus 5 minus 3 is 2 square is equal to square root of 1 plus 4 is equal to root 5. So PQ is equal to root 5 units. Here also we have to take units. It means here we don't know about the unit, so we can take the respective unit based on the measurement. When you are taking the meter scale, we can insert meter. When you are taking the centimeter scale, you can insert centimeter. When you are taking the kilometer, so you have to insert the kilometer. So simply here I just wrote units means we have to take any units here. So this is about the formula for finding distance formula. So here from this observation, the distance formula we found out is right. So we can get the right values when we have the formal method. So it's the easiest method. We can insert the distance formula, and when we have the coordinates, we can easily find out the value of the distance between those two coordinate points. So let us take some other problems. Yes, let us take some of the homework here. So find the distance between the following pair of points using distance formula only. So in last case, I just solved by using both the ways, that is Pythagoras theorem and the distance formula. So here in this chapter we have to use distance formula only. So let us take these homeworks. That is firstly 2, 3 and 4, 1. So already the coordinates are given. So that is x1, y1, x2, y2. So substitute into this formula, so get the result. So then 5 comma minus 5 comma 7 and minus 1 comma 3. Here minus signs are there, so be aware of sign here. So don't neglect the sign and don't disturb the sign. Okay, so from that you have to find out the distance between those two pair of points. Then here a comma b and minus a comma minus b, here it turns into another formula when we have the coordinates like this. So these are the homework you have to do in your home. So I hope you enjoyed this and also you understood this part here. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.